Got ahead of it this time, for once. Oh, and it's still... Why is... There's mystery to be had here. A mystery, I tell you. Where I don't know why something does something, and it's baffling. Whenever I start a gaming stream, I do the exact same thing, and it says, but you have to click the buttons first to start the stream. If I do it when I'm not doing a gaming stream, it just works. No extra button pushing. Very suspicious. I feel like I should put my headset on. Like, I've been so long without... With having it on all the time, it feels weird not having it on now. I can't hear myself. I mean, I can hear myself... But when I can't hear myself in the microphone going through the headset, never mind. It's complicated, all right? I got good news. I have to grab the drink because I said I don't want to have it out. It'll get warm. So while I grab that, you get to sit here and watch the intro that you've all missed, I'm sure. It's like nothing happened. That's a good thing. Excellent. I am having a coffee, too, because I thought 7 p.m. coffee was a good idea. That's it. One more rep, everyone. Oh, yeah. Ow. It's a friend of mine. That's her mug she gave me for her fitness coaching. It's a very nice mug. Show you the other side. This is why I want to hold it in my left hand, by the way. Yeah, it's got this cool Medusa thing. Oh, hell yeah. But I don't have anywhere to put the mug on my left side, and this side doesn't work great. Shoulder, typing. Actually, type's fine, but... it's so good. It's actually not bad for a sped up coffee. I have a lot more coffee to drink, but oh boy, it's going to take a while. Kathy Huey donated 3 bags of coffee to the channel. Since, you know, like any good person with issues of a varying sort, once you stop having one bad habit, or at least one not as healthy as it should be hobby, such as alcohol, you immediately replace that with some other kind of addictive substance, like caffeine. Although it's not truly addictive, it just gives you a headache. But with that, you're very loud. We're going to start into this wonderful beverage, which I ordered myself. It was not donated or anything, and I will show you the new bottle that's coming up. Hey. Ooh. Trying to make sure this isn't too loud or too quiet. You let me know. Also, Zemdude, welcome. I won't hear this. I hope it works. Yes, it works. It is going through the headset, so I could actually put this on. But I'd feel a little silly. So how are all of you? It's been a while since I actually did a normal presentation of a live stream, which I've done in the past. I feel like I should do more of these. I feel like stepping away from them completely not ideal. And I did do one for Sunday. Was that last Sunday or 2 Sundays ago? Wow. When I had a guest here. That was fun. Background can come up 2 clicks, but that could be too loud. How's that? Again, it's very likely going through my headphones when it really should be going through the computer itself. It's very odd. It's a very odd setup. So the microphone is picking up most of it, I think. Hard to tell. Turn the intro off, Brian. It's done. It's the usual lo-fi girl. You can just put it on yourself, honestly. I just have it there because I like to have something to eat up that quiet time that I sometimes have in my head when I don't know what I'm doing. A friend of mine just came back from vacation. Jealous immediately. But here we go. If you saw the Instagram post, here's the cannage. Dark and spicy. It has a parrot on it for some reason. I guess they're going for a theme there. Classic mix with the balance of spiced ginger and lime. Ooh, I didn't know it was spiced ginger and lime. I must have grabbed this one. I grabbed this one thinking it was the other one. The other one's just like a whiskey and Coke deal. This is a treat, suddenly. I grabbed the wrong one. I was going to have this one. 8.45 fluid ounces. So, you know, a tiny little thing. Looks like it could be some kind of large round for a cannon type object. An extremely large weapon. 1 serving per container. Calories, 70. 70. Oh, that's a lot of sugar. I didn't see that. 15 grams of sugar. Of course, I find something that's very sweet. Of course. 15 grams of carbs, 10 grams of, or 10 milligrams of sodium. Protein, 0. Damn. We'll see if there's anything on the side. This rather tasty tipple is ready to sip. Simply chill and cinchin. Cinchin. I forget what that's from, but that's the way of saying cheers. This is so tiny. Like, my eyes are fine, but when it like, you can't even, it doesn't want to focus for one thing, but that's tiny, is what I'm trying to say. Wonder if it is rum leading. I don't think so. It's not supposed to be. But maybe. I really didn't pay too much attention to it. I just bought the 2 4-packs, which were expensive, but I bought enough with the bottle so that I got free shipping. It took about 4 or 5 days. I think they shipped from California or somewhere on the other side of the freaking states. Where is it? Put it right here so I can grab it easily. Got it. So this is the next one we're trying out for a live stream at some point. Look at a dog. So those like Scottish Terriers or something? I don't know if they're trying to make this like Scotch. I assume so, not. As my uncle used to say, the rain always falls downward until you lie on your back. It's true. Methodically crafted homage to a timeless classic is an exquisite melange of the finest flavors, evoking notes of the finest grains, toffees, peat, and oak. It's also rather delish. Libations. So this is the one that's kind of leaning into a Scotch. It says traditional reserve, which makes me think of, well, I guess not traditional reserve, but pretty neat. I can only assume that's what they mean. They got a Scottish Terrier on the front instead of a bear. I do like the bear one. I'm going to have to get one of those again. And if I do enjoy some of these cans, maybe I'll have these. It does feel a little ridiculous if you have a whole bottle, though. You can just make yourself one with some ginger ale. Ginger ale and some of their fake stuff. Yeah, like impossibly crafted. It's like, obviously not. It's right here. It's not impossible. Let's try it. Ooh, fizzy. Oh, yeah. That makes me think of a, immediately makes me think of a copper cup or mug or copper. I'll say cup. Don't you love it when this happens? And you have it when they're racing horses. Everyone dressed up weird and has the hats. And it's called a... Help. Somebody help. I'm going to stop thinking about it, or else it'll just bother me. Anyway, it's a drink that I've had before, which comes in a copper cup and usually has some lime. I can almost see the words written out, or the letters. That's exciting. Have a sip. Maybe it'll actually remind me. Mint julep. Thank you. Oh. That definitely got rid of the... Yeah, mule. It seems like a kind of a mule. It's got the, you know, the lime kick and the suspicious ginger beer. It's nice. It's actually very nice. You know what? I want to pour this in a cup, weirdly enough, with some ice. Feels a bit weird drinking this kind of thing out of a can. The default is to pour it in a glass of some sort. Oh, I just remembered about something. It was definitely a mule. A mule, which is why we call it that? I'm not sure. Does anyone else have your phone constantly when you go to your text messages say upgrade to Google Messages to blah, 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 blah? I've put not now over and over again because I don't want it at all. Just leave my text messages alone, please. I'm gonna message Mr. Great Shot. I know he's around somewhere. There we go. I saw something about Still Austin today. Zenbud, what's in your glass this evening? Bah! Sorry, I shouldn't text while streaming, but this is life. Oh, my brains. There was a Whiskey Tribe live stream earlier, and Kyle, who's their distiller, grabbed a special bottling at Still Austin. And as soon as I thought that, I thought, you know, Mr. Great Shot might know about that. And also, he might grab one for me. Style called Malt Irish Ale. Not really familiar with the style. Where's Hanging AZ? You said he would know. I have a song stuck in my head. Big shock. Then, did we figure out Tuesday? Was it Tuesday? You're going to get a thing from a certain someone who likes to watch this channel. Mine are all gone. Yeah, Tuesday. Fat Tuesday, I believe. For some. Okay, good. You got to figure out where to go. That's the major problem. I could recommend some place with good alcohol if you're going to have a drink. I assume you are. But again, you're easily leaning into the non-alcoholic lifestyle that I do now. By choice? I keep thinking in the back of my head, is it really by choice? It's like, yes, I could have a drink at any moment in time, but I don't. It's called willpower. No, it's called just reality. What makes it easier is like this has always been a backdrop. You know? It's always behind me. Drinking or not drinking, it's just there. Ah, Mr. Great Shot. He looked like he was typing something back. Now he's kind of... He's like, wait, is it? Are they? I put that thought in his head. Oh, no. I don't remember what it was that Kyle was talking about. It looked like some kind of special rye, maybe? Still, Austin's been doing rye for a hot minute now. Both regular strength and cast strength. Hello. Aha, that's what it is. A distillery reserve release. Excellent. That's what I figured. Nancy Fraley is doing their picks, and she's doing a pick for rye. Give me one. It's funny. That's funny. I still want bottles, even though I'm not going to drink for who knows how long. I'm eager to go have that found out. The freaking, how's my liver doing? Because they just told me to wait for a year. That's stressful. I know, right, Zenbud? It made me think of you. I think you've tried both of their... Oh, hold on. Oh, I don't want to start rooting around in my bottles. But it is it's like a return to alcohol, so I could just poke around my bottles right now. I have the regular one, which again is like 50%. I don't know if I ever got a cast strength rye, but they do have a cast strength rye. Mean. In a good way. I will have to look more into this. Like, I bought this just because it was a different bottle. I wasn't certain what they were going for. I don't know if this was just like an American or a bourbon style But when they put the word peat on there, holy shit. Those two. Oh, shit. Oh, he's actually getting it for me. I can send him the money. She's saying rye, Zenboon, we can go halfsies. Apparently it's $90. Oh, God. Sad face. That's funny. I like how he's instantly like, "You want? I'll send it to you." Thank you, Mr. Great Shot. The worst part about whiskey type stuff is the FOMO and the money. A $90 bottle. I immediately was like, I don't think so. Yeah, but no. Ugh. I got all these pop-ups on my phone now. What the hell? Good ones. Like good ones. Talking about groceries, and I took my medication. I took my medication. Love that moment. Did you take that medication you were supposed to take 3 hours ago? Yes, I did. Thankful. Puh. Oh. How did I know? Yeah, cast strength was still lost in like 60%. So actually, again, I can look around my own bottles, right? Right? It's no one's business. They are decorative at this point. There we go. Yeah, I didn't get it. Probably because I thought I'd get it some other time, but this is the one you had. Still Austin regular, not cast strength, which is at 49.8%. Which most distilleries would they say that's cast strength. Their cast strength is ridiculous. Let me see. Where did I put everything? Oh. Nah. I knew I was reaching towards the wrong one. Like their regular cast strength is 59. So good. Excuse me. There we go. I know you don't want to close, but I haven't poured you in. Get away. Temptation. Why? Oh, it smells good. Oh, what's he doing? Oh. Mr. Great Tries to Leo, like, here's all the information. Oh, man, look at this. All right. Zen, but you get to be wrapped up into this little bit of information. Tasting notes for this special select. What do you say? Special something something. Again, blame Kyle for this from the Whiskey Freaking Tribe Crowded Barrel. A Distillery Reserve release. Picks by Nancy Fraley. Makes it worse. Okay. For the rye, it's tiny. For the rye, we have. Please stop doing that. There we go. White cornbread sprinkled with Chipotle pepper, Bing cherry preserve, dulce de leche brownies. That's the nose. Palate, monkey bread with hot sticky toffee, root beer float with French vanilla ice cream, brandied cherries. Oh, God. Why? Finish, long finish with iced caramel macchiato and nutmeg. If you've been here long enough, you know I like a bunch of those things that were listed. Cherry preserve, dulce de leche brownies, dulce de leche. I don't know how to say that. Monkey bread is pretty good. Root beer float with French vanilla ice cream. Oh, and brandy cherries. And then ending with iced caramel macchiato and nutmeg. What? What? Christ. Latest from Deathless Dogs. He is resolving his studio. Remodeling. Drain toward the bottom shelf. Well, reshelving. Okay. I mean, be careful. Strong alcohol should not go in your system. Although I do have a garbage disposal thing in my kitchen sink, so I think it can take it. I've only had to do one bottle, and you remember that freaking Johnny Walker? You know that one. You tried it. It's gone. Either that or I forgot where I put it, which is also possible. Now we'll look at the bourbon. This won't help. $90 a bottle. I could ask him to pick me up one and then just save it there, and I could get it when I'm in Texas again, which hopefully will be later this year. We'll see. I could drive down there. I found out the car that I have now is very good at driving on the highway. It's very smooth. I didn't feel like I was going that fast, but I was. It's kind of dangerous. All right, the bourbon. Tasting notes. Nose, pecan pie with dark chocolate chips, marzipan, butternut, butternut squash ravioli in sage brown butter sauce. That's the nose. Where did she get this? She has so many words to pull from. Palate, grilled figs filled with blue cheese and drizzled with aged balsamic vinegar, blackberry blossom honey. I don't know if I'd like that one, actually. Finish, long and complex with amaretto liqueur, heavy whipping cream, cinnamon sticks. Oddly enough, I would like to get the rye. Said it would stop me. I know, right? God, save me from myself. Worst part of all of it, I can taste them. I can smell them. As long as I don't consume them, it's fine. A waste of money completely. Something about consumption, man. It's a weird little place to find yourself, especially with a dry week. Like, me celebrating dry week and bringing attention to dry week feels a little odd when I have been on a hiatus. We're actually closing in on 200 days, I think. It's exciting. Totally forgot where the thing was. Nope. 191 as of today. So it's been a very long week for me. You're going to hear a noise again. I do like this one, but I'm not a huge fan of ginger beer. You know? Like, I couldn't drink a lot of it. I could not drink a whole can of ginger beer. This I can do. This is what, 8 ounces? 8 point something. 8.45. That's fine. But I think I'm going to like the other one better, which I probably will try now if we hit the goal. Or if I feel like it. It really depends. There he is. Wow. Woo, baba. Hold on. Trade me a couple bottles of homemade. Whoa. Can't say that out loud. Sounds like something good. Ugh. I'm doing it. Please stop me. You can't stop me. I'm adding it to the shelf. That's all I can say. I'm not going to drink it. I just want to hear. Reason? I don't know. $90? Ugh. But I could share it with someone who likes rye. And honestly, just the tasting notes alone made me angry. In a good way. Like angry. There's always still the possibility of doing tasting videos again where I don't drink it. To make the video harder on myself. Whoa!
Get the rye, and we can figure out custody later.
Okay. If you insist, Sembu, thank you. That was not... I was not going... Your generosity, once again, amazes me. And we hit the goal for the month. Thanks. Awesome. God, I do. Part of me is definitely saying, like, I could just grab it when I'm down there, but that's October. That's a little too long a wait for me. Thank you, Zambit. Good God. You're mad, man. I have more of my coffee. I gotta drink this before it goes bad? No. It was cold. That was the thought. That was the thought. You know what? That's a good enough reason for me to grab the other one. That's like hitting the goal, right? Actually, that's like hitting the goal numerous times. It looks a lot like the other one, except it's a dark blue. And it has a bear on it. Nope, that doesn't make sense. I know the bear is on the one I like. David Basie, hello. I hope you are well. Lovely to see you. We have something new for when people show up. Enjoy. That's for you. We're planning and plotting things. We just found out that there is well, I found out earlier today that there is a special release happening at Still Austin. And someone here was generous enough to donate the bottle to the channel. So, blah. It sounds too good. Sounds too good. Like, hold on. Yeah, I do. Gotta PayPal him. Ooh. Ugh. Yeah, well, David Basie, I don't know if you've been here a while. Dry week is very easy for me right now. I think you know, but I make assumptions, and that's bad. Don't make assumptions about anything. Classic serve with a balance of rye, oak, vanilla, and smooth finish. That's very... You would say that on any single thing that is a whiskey. Except for the rye part. But oak, vanilla, and smooth. Yeah. This is a rather tasty tipple. Is ready to sip, simply chill, and cheers. This has been chilled. I had it in the fridge for, I think about 3 o'clock is when I got them. They arrived today, which was timely. 17 grams of sugar in this one, damn. And I believe this one is supposed to be just like a, you know, whiskey and Coke type thing. Or whiskey and soda. Oh, you delay you. I see you saying something over here. This screen, and then I'm looking at here going, where is it? Also highlight this. Good God. This likes my proxy, yes. Oh, no. Okay, as long as you knew. Like, I'm always worried about the people who are around and poke their head in, and they're like, hey, Brian, how you doing? Look at all that whiskey you have. I'm like, about that. 191 days as of today. But thank you. Again, it's more a bringing attention to it for other people. Like the tribe does it, the whiskey tribe does it, the whiskey vault does it, and I've been doing it at the same time with those channels for as long as they've been doing it. So at least 4 years. Very likely longer than that. Probably 5, actually. 2019? I'm sorry, that's 6 now, isn't it? That's gross. Don't like that. Yeah, I don't like that at all. We've been having a lot of fun with computer games lately because that's what I like doing. And if there's one thing I like doing is stuff I like. Especially when there's a lot of stuff I don't like going on out there. Beyond this border. Just trying to keep my sanity. Well, what's little is left of it. So far, so good. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Again, it's the end of a dry week. The Whiskey Tribe, the Whiskey Vault do it. We're trying something that is like a Zen Boot Hope. What was it again? Really? I can just scroll up. What? What? Julep. A type of mule. There we go. Jesus Christ. My brain is not retaining information today. But this one is basically a ginger beer type stuff with a little hint of lime. It's kind of nice. Spiced ginger and lime. Yeah, that's actually nice. Like, if you gave that to someone as a, you know, just saying it was a cocktail, they'd probably believe you. There's no bite, of course, but the ginger beer itself is spicy. I did. I did. Baby steps for me. There you go. Like, it all depends for people. Mine was a rather abrupt stop because I heard that I needed to stop, you know, or like, your liver is either going to get better if you stop or worse if you keep going. So the choice was clear, and I have to remind people and myself it's my choice. I could drink myself stupid every day, but I'm not going to. Red cars everywhere. Yes, and thank you about the car. That's been a new adult life experience that I don't want to think about. I did find out some good news though. I have been racking my brain for the past 2 or 3 weeks thinking I needed a VIN check for the car in the state I live in. Turns out it's done already. In fact, everything was done already, and I was worrying about other stuff I didn't need to. The registration and the VIN check, all done. I've been stressed out about getting that done for 3 weeks now. So that's gone. That's a good feeling. That's a good feeling. I don't feel stupid at all. Oh, and there's this. When you weren't here. There we go. A Scotsman. Sorry, that was loud. This is I'm assuming this is their Scotch idea. The other one was supposed to be a bourbon alternative, and I'm going to buy another bottle of it, honestly. I could have done it now. Oh, carbonation. But it's expensive, so these are like 30, 40 bucks at least. What kind of car did I get? I got a Ford Focus, which is easy for me to remember because it's hard for me to focus. So every time someone asks me, I say it's a Ford Focus. 2014, 31,000 miles on it. So yeah, that's a good deal for about 8,000 something odd dollars listed price. Actually, no, it was 7,100 listed price, but taxes and BS and all this other stuff made it a little closer to 8,000 plus. You know what? I can check the paperwork. I don't remember. I do know I used a credit card to pay off $2,000 of it. And by pay off, I mean put it on my credit card. Exactly. That's I basically consulted my mechanics about cars they see the least and have the least big problems. And they said 3 things. I even asked one of the dealerships I went to, and the worst part about dealerships is how annoying they are. Like, you go there for one test drive and they just keep trying to get in touch with you. It was awful. I basically told them cease and desist at some point. I was like, no, leave me alone. Hell, even the one I got the car from bothered me about it. They called me. They didn't leave a message. They just said, call you back. So I did. But I called them back today to find out about the VIN check, which then made me feel like a moron because it was already done. And then they asked me for a Google review. And I said, that's not going to happen. Because I was not mistreated in any way, but I had to wait a considerable amount of time, numerous times, and I didn't appreciate that. But other than that, and the car horn didn't work at first. Just like salesmen, yeah. I had no real problem officially. Like, that's my thought process is not giving them the review is the best thing I can do. Not because anything bad happened, it's just things didn't go a way I liked. That's all. I just don't like buying a car, honestly. And again, it's like some random place nearby that I found that car listed. That's the only thing that brought me there. It wasn't like I heard good things about the place. It was that car was there and I wanted to get it. And I am a person of, especially with the car situation, I want to rip off the Band-Aid, which I did. But it's going to put me in a rough spot for the next 4 years because I have let's talk money. I have a loan that I did to clean off my debt, which in case immediately started coming back. $2,000 now on the card. That's the only one I really have to worry about, though. The other ones are all cleared, which is amazing. But now I got like a $400 thing a month and a $181 thing a month for the car. I'm on a fixed income. So we're trying to push the channel to get to 1,000 real bad. And it's been going up. That's the fun part. People have been joining and subscribing. Joy's last company worked on the software that keeps salespeople pestering you. Oh, great. Yes, that's right. She did switch. She's chosen the good instead of the evil. Do we want to start musing about how crazy it is that AI is everywhere? Or more importantly, automated messages and texts and all that. We've talked numerous times about the strangeness of how everyone is asking for your opinion all the time, everywhere. Like I go to the grocery store, they're like, "How did we do?" I would go to CVS to get my drugs. "How did we do?" Take 2 minutes to. I'm like, no. You know what you did? You did just fine. Because I didn't say anything, or I didn't, I'll be back. Oddly enough, I will continue to go to the grocery store and the drugstore I go to all the time. But every time I go there, I feel like I'm going to get an email or a text message about how they did. It's pretty terrible. When did it become like this, everyone? Why is it like this? Oh. I have to ask my friend something. She's going to say no. So here's a story. We're talking money. I'm sorry, but that's the reality of my life right now. Zenboot has fixed partially of that as soon as I get that little itch. I'm like, should I buy this bottle? Should I? I'm not drinking, but I want it. And I think it was the rye that, actually, I almost know it was. For the live stream they did. That was the one that Kyle grabbed. Yes, thank you, David Basie. Absolutely, that's the idea, and the thought process has come up for the spring. Since I do have my own kind of free schedule, and since I am trying to grow the channel, and it's had to pivot backwards. Oh no, there's plenty of stress all the time. You don't add any more; it's just there constantly. There's a pivot, like completely 180, of course, because not drinking alcohol, except for the fortunate being able to try these wonderful alternatives everywhere. What a time to stop drinking. All of these options are available now, so it's a good thing in that regard. But also travel, like my mental health stuff is it's there. And to combat my reclusive nature, one thing I do enjoy is going to other places and being kind of, how do I put this? So my anxiety is just there, but it needs a place. How did I put this before? I'm just generally anxious around people and outside and wherever I go. But for whatever reason, it feels a little less persistent or pressing. Like I don't feel it as badly when I just travel because it's on. It's like the anxiety is there because I'm in a situation where I need to be slightly anxious. Airports, restaurants that I've never been to before, anywhere I've never been to before. It's just like there's the anxiety. It's there, but I'm comfortable with it because it should be there. It's not just me walking to the go get groceries and I'm like I'm in a whole different place, experience a whole different thing, and it's a little more manageable because it actually has somewhere to go instead of just sitting on my shoulders all the time. So hopefully I'll be able to do a few shorts, little stuff like that while I go travel some of the New England area, with the future plans being going to different states, maybe driving to Texas, maybe driving to see my friend out in California, see the country. A lot of that's going to be based on money, though. Like, I will be sleeping in the car. That is the plan. But there'll be a couple of times when I have to, get food and actually take a shower and rest somewhere. There is. I have some easy ones are going to the Cape, like Cape Cod. There's a place called P-Town, which heard is very interesting. I know for certain I would feel very strange being there because it's a different atmosphere. It's an atmosphere where I'm kind of like, I don't know who's going to come up and talk to me. I think it would be fun, though. I think it'd be interesting to see me in a place like that. And then where else? So P-Town, Cape Cod. Martha's Vineyard is one I want to see, but that's not exactly easy to go there by car. I know you can take a boat with your car in it, I think. And I don't think I've ever been to Maine. I'd like to go see Maine. I'd like to see the woods out there. A lot of it is going to be like forest area and nature. And a lot of pit stops because traveling, sleeping in car, etc. It's a real breaking in the vehicle, It's got such low mileage, I might as well put something on it. I had thought about doing this kind of thing with my previous car, but it was so old that I was worried it would get like broken down somewhere, and it would have. So there's that. So it's kind of living out the dream of seeing new places and trying new things and bringing it to all of you, because that's all I can do. I can bring you along for the ride. A weird, wild ride it will be. And the object being, fighting against my inner nature to seclude myself, especially in the times we're living in. But going out, seeing some of the places. I've spent a lot of my life sequestered away from a lot. I don't like to admit it, but it's true. So doing the opposite with the help of the channel, that'd be amazing. That'd be great. I'd like to go to, seeing Japan, seeing Scotland and Ireland. That's all in there still. But I have to make the channel somewhat successful for that to actually occur. And getting to 1,000 subscribers is the big one right now because ad revenue. That's it. Ad revenue, getting people to join the Patreon, getting people to get memberships on here, all that kind of fun stuff. Oh, yeah? That's pretty wild. Ugh. That might be too much. I like the idea of going places in like the off seasons. So I would like to ski again. And Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, they're all right there. I know exactly where I could go to ski again in Vermont easily. That's not until winter, though. So we'll leave that on the table there. It's not snowing anytime right now. We're going into spring. We're staying there. At least for a little while. Lukewarm coffee. Blech. Oh, my God. I may have been to Martha's or Cape Cod once, but the Cape. All of it's to the meaning behind the channel is like force this man who has issues with social situations and being around people to go to other places and live his life. A lot of pictures of me being like, learn to fly fish, Vermont or Maine. Ooh. I would want to try Maine lobster, even though I have no interest in eating lobster. It's one of those things. People love lobster. I'm like, it's bleh. It's what you put on it, like slather it in butter, and that's it. A few Octobers ago, Maritime Store surrendered us there for an extra day. Wow. That's quite the adventure. I don't want one of those, but, I'm going to try to look something. Like, the car is not big. So I was sleeping in the car and that kind of thing and packing stuff to bring along for the trip. It's going to be rough. A lot of peanut butter and jelly. A lot of water. Bottled water. Don't exactly have a tap. I'll just put something on the top of my car that collects rainwater, and then I'll filter it. It's free. I've already got a place that I've been eyeballing, but it wasn't the Cape. It was... Oh, yeah. I figured I'd pick an easy one to start with, and I just looked up, some of the best pit stops in New England. Pit stops isn't the word. Rest areas. There's some rest areas that are like really big and kind of fancy, and I found one of those. I thought I'd go there. The other part of that was if I make it there and all goes well, head over to Maine and hit Portland just to see it, and then come back down maybe through New Hampshire. Pick up some state-run alcohol for later. Again, I still have the option of sharing my collection, and I'm a whiskey sommelier. So I got those two things going for me still, even if I'm not drinking it. And since I'm not drinking it, I'm going to share it. And if I'm going to share it, I'm going to have to do raffles with it. And then all of you can try them, which is the best part. I think that's the best part. Kathy Huey just got the recent Somm Select, is what we're calling it, because I'm the Somm and I select it for you. Real hard to figure that one out. But I like the idea of that being, if it's successful, people actually showing up who really want to, try. Look behind me. There's a lot. They want to try stuff that I have. It'd be great. Especially with Crowded Barrel stuff. Like, I have a whole freaking shelf for that. Make me sad. Oh, God, no. Sean McKellen, I'm not there. I'm not there yet. No, it's basically the samples I've been doing. Like the 7 flight sample packs. So you'll have 7 different whiskeys to try. And they'll be blind. So you'll try them, open up the envelope that comes with them, and you'll see what it is. I have to put the whole thing together. It's a little bit of work. It's a lot of focus for me, so it's not easy to do. But I will make it a private selection from my collection. Yeah. And also being a whiskey sommelier. That's the big point. Because there are a lot of other whiskey channels out there, but I'm the only one right now that's a whiskey sommelier who's doing raffles from his own private collection. Sounds pretty good, right? If only I was a little more official looking and had like a tie or something. I gotta look a little fancier, I think. Where are my suspenders? Where's my... Put those on. Nice white button-up shirt. Oh, yeah. Bow tie. Oh, boy. I can almost picture that. It's a little disturbing. Yeah, there you go. Somm. That's the part I like. I don't know of any other channels that do this. The idea of having a whiskey sommelier give you a private selection from their collection. I didn't make that... I'm not trying to make that rhyme. That's just that's what I'm saying. And I think it sounds pretty good. I think people would be interested in that. The hard part is that I don't do whiskey content anymore. So that's the hard thing to reel the people who like whiskey back in with, like, hey, you can try some of my collection. There you go. My lovely little face there with the chain. Although it's not a chain, it's rope, thank God. It used to be chain. Think Daniel still has the original one that has the chain instead. Sugar Kitty, meow, welcome. That's for you. John McKellen, I don't know if I got you. That's for you. Enjoy. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your time and attention with me. That is very important for me to say because our attention is being taken all over the place. 1-800-CALL-A-SONG. We reach out to you and ask is what I buy. I can't speak. We reach out to you and ask what is what I want to buy any good? Probably. Oh, that'd be weird. Like private consultations for people to buy whiskey. Like they'd give me a list and be like, which one should I buy? It's like, well, the 35 is very good, Oh. If only I had the actual motivation to do such a thing. Find the people who are super rich, who know nothing about whiskey, who just buy the bottles because they can, and have them talk to me about what they should buy. And then I get a cut somehow along the way. Dr. Dram. Oh, God. I don't think I have the right to say that. I think I need to go to school. I have to graduate college at least. I need my doctorate. It'd be nice if I got a doctorate just because. That happens to people. Oddly enough. They're like, you're a doctor now. Here, you're certified. Yay. going left and right here. Oh, and I have Fallout news for those of you who follow along with that. Remember how I spent so much time building up my new camp, trying to make it look different, trying to give it a new makeover? Well, I learned something today, which I didn't know, and I've played that game for 300 hours at least, is that while I thought I was immune, I've recently discovered, as in earlier today, that the place I have my camp can get nuked. So, and it was like right on top of it. Like my campsite was in the middle of the blast. I didn't watch it happen. I just looked at the map and went, "Oh no, my camp." On the plus side, I found out that there are like collectible plants and things everywhere that I can pick up, but there's no enemies, so I don't know what the point is, other than picking that stuff up, which I did. But since I didn't have enough other stuff I'd killed, I didn't have enough ingredients to use it. Maybe I'll do that later tonight. I don't know. Every time I say I'll do it later, or maybe I'll do it, I don't. And I hate to do that. But again, we hit the goal here, which has been very nice. YouTube, again, for those who are wondering, I like to give behind the scenes stuff about the channel on the podcast, which I'll get to tomorrow. But one of those things is that there's a payout. There's a cap. Like you have to hit $100 through super chats. And the rest, like memberships also count, but I want 100 super chats. And then you get the payout. It has to be over 100 though. And we just hit that thanks to a certain generous person here. Here, I'll show you. If you weren't here earlier, that happened because I saw a bottle earlier today on the Whiskey Tribe's secret little stream to end dry week. And now I'm eager to buy a new Still Austin release. Because here, for those who weren't here, let me tempt your wallets. Here, hold on. Don't go anywhere. Don't leave. You have to know now. So there's a rye, a Nancy Fraley pick from Still Austin. This one is called, well, it's just the rye. And it is, tasting notes. This is a rye. White cornbread sprinkled with Chipotle pepper, Bing cherry preserves, dulce de leche, I don't know how to say that, brownies, dulce de leche brownies. That's the nose. Palate. Monkey bread with hot stinky toffee, root beer float with French vanilla ice cream, brandied cherries. That's the palate. Finish. Long finish with iced caramel macchiato and nutmeg. I blame Kyle from the Whiskey Vault. No, not the Whiskey Vault, the Whiskey Tribe. For that, for this whole problem. He's the reason that Zen Buddha and I are interested in that bottle. And that, thankfully, we have connections to get it. It's $90 a bottle. There's a bourbon, too, but that one didn't sound like one I was interested in. I'll really, maybe some of you would like that one. But let's read off these tasting notes for those who weren't here earlier. Tasting notes for the bourbon pick. This is, again, a what do you say? Distillery Reserve release. Distillery Reserve. That makes it sound pretty fancy, right? All right. The nose on the bourbon one. Pecan pie with dark chocolate chips, marzipan, butternut squash ravioli, and sage brown butter sauce. That's the nose. Again, the pecan pie with chocolate chips sounds pretty good. Marzipan, I'm a little iffy about. I do like butternut squash ravioli and sage brown butter sauce, but for bourbon, I don't know if that's where I want to go. Palate. Grilled figs filled with blue cheese and drizzled with aged balsamic vinegar. For bourbon, blackberry blossom honey. Palate, that's the palate. If you really like grilled figs and blue cheese, maybe you'd go for it, but that's not really something I'd go for. Finish long and complex. Finish long and complex with amaretto liqueur, heavy whipping cream, and cinnamon sticks. The finish sounds pretty good. So yeah, the rye is what we're going to get. I've still got 210-90 bottle cast strength picks. Gimme. No, don't do that. Don't send me anything unless you just want to be very generous and be like, here's a bottle for your shelf. That's still an option. I realize that if anyone wants to give me a bottle just for display purposes, you can. Ugh. It's hilarious. Blue cheese and butternut squash are not notes I want anywhere. Yeah, maybe that killed it fully for me. Yeah. I mean, it's interesting, but for a bourbon, I'm usually looking for like, Zenboot and I were talking, he was like, it feels reversed. Like, it feels like the bourbon should be the rye, and the rye could be like that bourbon. I still have this one. This one's not open. This is one of the last ones that I got when I was down there, and this is their Bottle and Bond Blue Corn Bourbon Whiskey. Blue Corn. Winter of 2023. So that tells you how long I've had it. It's been a minute. I was gonna open it, all right? I was. I swear. Oh well. Oh no. This was... When I finish the bottles, if you want. No, I don't need empty bottles. Hell, I can still put my... I still have the Redbreast 27-year bottle and casing. I could put that up there, but it feels pretty weird to have an empty bottle up there. Because too many people would be like, oh my gosh, you have the Redbreast 27. I'm like, yeah, I did. It's gone. Think the red corn was better than blue? I think I got the red corn too. Oh God. It's been so long since I looked at any of this. Did I? I don't see it. But that doesn't mean I didn't. There's so many bottles. I think that's the one I missed. Was the red corn. I think. Again, I haven't looked through all my bottles in a minute. Here we go. I'm going to sip this one too. This is, again, there are two of these. I'm double fisting it now. Here we go. These non-alcoholic beverages. Oh, I'm getting hammered. This is supposed to be a, I believe it's supposed to be like a whiskey and Coke. We're going to find out because I don't remember. That's weird. Red corn artwork was a red snake on the bottle. Oh, no, I remember the bottle. Like, I remember the picture, but I can't remember if I had it. I wanted to get them all, but I'm pretty sure that's the one I missed out on. Yeah. I don't like this one as much, but I'm not sure why. Hold on. I wonder if that's what... I wonder if this is in there. I hope not. But there's a little bit of an ashy note. And something that seems a little chemically. It's making me think of spray paint. Maybe it's just kind of soda they used. 'Cause I assume that's what it is. This is just called the American Malt and Cola. And I like their American Malt thing. Or American Malt thing. So I imagine it's just the soda. Or the amounts. Yeah, let's go back to this one. This one's very refreshing. As you'd expect from ginger beer and lime. So weirdly enough, this is the favorite. Maybe it's just because I had this first and then that. And coffee. We'll see. I'll try this one again on a fresh palate next time. But we're coming up on the end of the stream. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thanks. Make sure you like, subscribe, stick around, tell your friends, join Patreon, become a member, all that good stuff. Help support the channel. Help me just get out once in a while and enjoy some new things that don't have alcohol in them. And especially thank you for joining me on a dry week if you did. I hope it reset your palate. Made you appreciate your whiskey or whatever beverage you're drinking. I'll do that every once in a while. Again, I did, and I still got into trouble. but mostly because of years and years of my younger days misusing alcohol. Whiskey truly was the thing that made me stop and pace myself and enjoy whiskey or enjoy alcohol in a better way than I had in my life before. Well, there you have it, folks. As always, live long and prosper. Don't forget to be awesome, and I will see you out there. Special thanks to my YouTube members and patrons for supporting the channel. Thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.